Hello, Capricorn. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general read we've been dealing with. Of course, everything went out resonates, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, about 53 Tarot. She's read you as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay. Whoa. Okay. There's the world, Capricorn. I don't know what that is. What? What an energy, to say the least. Okie dokie. Here we go again. I did this for Aquarius, where I started humming to stem, because it's like, wow. This energy, emotionally speaking, Capricorn, is just swinging. That emotional energy is just swinging. If it tinks it, for the whom the bell tolls, huh? But jumping into this, there may be some substances, addictions, and vices in this. I'm looking at an emotional swing, a pretty extreme one. And unfortunately, the addiction, substances, vices are not helping. They are making things worse. They are making matters hell of a lot worse than what they should or need or have to be. They are masking around you, Capricorn. They are heavily masking around you. But they're like masking around you to try to, unfortunately, pull this veil over your eyes of like, yeah, they're happy. They do care. They do have love for you. It's like energetic presentation, unfortunately, because deep down, when it comes to how they truly feel about you, they have no fucking clue. They have no fucking clue. There's so much energetic and emotional like a swirl. There's so much confusion in this. What to think, what to feel, what to think, what to feel. Is it helping? No, it's making things worse. All they know is like it's weird. They are trying to navigate these waters and just make sure, I don't know what this is. They're just trying to navigate and make sure the two of you somehow make it through this. And it's like, captain of the ship, are you sober? Captain of the ship, captain, are you sober? How many, I don't know, how many glasses of wine have you had and you're behind the wheel? You sure about that? No, I will say that the two of you do get through this. In what way, I don't know. I don't know if it's like the two of you make it through this or they're being like, this door is shut. I don't know. But moving forward, whatever this closure is or whatever this is the two of you get through, here's the thing. all of a sudden it's like there's like this energy of like, and now there's so much like energy, like I said, the swing. There's so much energy of none of this is okay. And it's like, okay, so there's a little bit of a realization afterwards. But here's the thing, as soon as that determination energy shows up, is once again as fast as it dissipates. Do this differently. Let's work on things and do things in this direction, and then all of a sudden it's just kind of like, yeah, what goes up and back down. Like ultimately, they don't care. There's the Eight of Cups. Ultimately, they don't care. They're all at the same time. They're like, yeah, and it's like I said, masking. It's like, yay, and then it's like, I could care less. But yet simultaneously, it's like they think things are just going to straighten itself out on its own, and like you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. That these problems and these issues are going to straighten themselves out or work themselves out all on their own. Like they just don't care. And if this is addiction, substances, and vices, this is someone that's like, let me drink, let me smoke, and to hell with it all. If I'm a problem, if I cause these issues to go wrong, you fucking deal with it, Capricorn, because I don't give a shit. This is like, and how do you get through to someone like that? I mean, the swings. It's like bipolar, BPD, and I don't say that lightly, but that's what this feels like. Because even life is being like, life is knocking on their door like, you got some problems and some issues you should probably fucking take care of and straighten out. And whatever that is that life is stepping in and like, dunk, dunk, dunk. Now they're all of a sudden listening. And it's like, how bad does it have to get for you to want to actually change things for the better and actually fucking mean it? Either that or you lose everything and you lose everyone. Like, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? I mean, look at this. They're like, but, what about Capricorn? We're talking about you today. Damn. Look at this. That is like, you better take some inventory. You better take some cross-watcher. You better take some personal inventory. You better take some inventory. That is so fucking weird. It's like they don't want to make things work. They don't want to change things for the better. If they do, it's just momentarily. But yet they don't want to walk away. They emphasize like you like you're important to them to a certain extent, Capricorn. But like I said, ultimately they don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. They're like, I don't even know if I can make all this right. I don't know. Crosswatcher. Is it a situation where it's just like the damage is done? Like that means you've been playing around and you've been like too flip-floppy. You've been too flip-floppy. Because after a while, it's like, something's got to give. It's got to balance out. It does. It's got to balance out. Jeez Louise. Yeah, there's the lovers, there's the crossroads. It's like either it's gonna work, you're actually gonna mean what you fucking say, and you're gonna step up and do what you got to do, or it's off. It's one of those situations like there's no if. Because ultimately, what's very strange about this is they emphasize like, I don't even know if I'm happy, and it's like, more specifically, they don't know what they want. Like I said, they don't know what they want. But because there's so much there, apparently, they're like, just don't stop, just keep going. It's like there's so much emphasis on like everything that needs to be maintained, and so like whatever this is that has to be kept up with. Um, this is like we both need to fucking get serious. We both need to step into our A game, and we both need to fucking do this as a team and together. Otherwise, this shit is not going to work. Like we need to get on the same page like yesterday. And that's what's crazy is whatever the situation or dynamic is, it comes down to a point of like they don't know about you, Capricorn, but they're like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. And there's like this energy of like rising up to the bar, rising up to like the potential. Um, but there's something there that they're seeking. There's something there that they're seeking. That is pretty crazy. That is a pretty crazy energy. I'm not calling them crazy, but that is a pretty crazy energy. Like these emotional swings. After a while, you got to stop and ask yourself, like, what is going on there? What is going on there? I think something's kind of clicking. I don't know what that is, but I think something is clicking. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. I kind of feel like because of not only the situation, the circumstances, the dynamic, they are learning little, piece by piece about themselves a little more. Crosswatcher, by the way, I'm not saying you are bipolar, but energetically speaking, one might look at this and be like, the way that these emotions are swinging back and forth and still in constant confusion, some might consider it that. When things are okay and then all of a sudden just abruptly things are not okay, or when things are not okay and then things are abruptly like okay, it's like there's got to be more than just there it is and there it goes and there it is and there it is. It's like there's got to be something else going on, because this energy over here of trying to present yourself in an energy where it's like I'm emotionally stable, that lets me know there's substances, vices, and addictions in this, because you're trying to find like a balance or an equilibrium yourself with yourself and present yourself as that, and that ain't how it is. Because even later on there's some emotions there about you and Capricorn you haven't brought to the light yet. And even when you show me and tell Capricorn, okay, this, it just fizzles out like almost instantaneously. But it's like you know deep down, it's like you're losing your grip on things, as well as you're losing your grip on this connection or relationship with Capricorn, and you don't know what to do about it. But like I said, it's like, how bad do things have to get before it's like you step up, someone step up and do something or say something like, this shit has got to stop, this shit has got to change, and actually fucking mean it. and like move forward and actually put that into action and stop talking about it. It almost feels like they're having to kind of like energetically build themselves back up a little bit. And there we go. That's another fight or an argument or conflict. Like I said, and around and around and around we go. Yeah, that's a fight. That's another. Once again, that's like a fight or an argument or a conflict. Unfortunately, that is them starting a fight or a conflict with you, Capricorn. With you. And that's what I'm talking about. And the cycle repeats. There's the tower. Selfish. It boils down to selfishness. That's why. That is why. Don't know. I don't know where this is going or how it's going to pan out, but Seven of Swords following that. They don't even know either. They don't even know either. That is strategy. That is strategy. Mm-hmm. And there you are, Capricorn. There's the Three of Swords. Yeah. They're having that realization of like, oh, fuck. I just might lose everything and everyone. They're having that realization now. That is a grind for them to realize you got some problems, you got some issues that need to be worked on, you got some things there going on that you need to address and take care of. Don't know specifically what those issues are. Looking at quite a bit. But I mean, they do emphasize like they're trying to bring everything together, but we'll see if they can kind of, I guess, make it in time. So, goodbye.